Hey, morning everyone. So good to be with you, like always. It's a privilege to have Tabitha with me. I've worked with this lady for like 20 years. I've known her very long. And we've become friends and we're working together and absolutely loving the experience. So, as always, Tabitha, it's an honor and privilege to be with you here. Welcome this morning. We are going to be chatting about what happened in the ladies group. So, what stood out for you about this group this morning from this group?
Morning, everybody. So privileged to be able to be here. Love doing this with Kenneth. I think we spoke about it for many, many years, and we both are big dreamers. But luckily, we have pretty good, realistic people in our lives. So God knew how to match us, right, Kenneth? So yeah, but such a privilege to be able to be here and just see how God puts things together, and I just feel always so privileged and honored to be able to do this with you and to see what God is doing in all of these wonderful ladies' lives. So once again, everybody knows we have sessions on Tuesday mornings early as well as on Saturday mornings early while everyone else is sleeping. There's a whole bunch of amazing women waking up at the crack of dawn to be inspired and inspire one another. And this morning was absolutely no difference. Some incredible stories just coming out about how people are rediscovering themselves in God and their purpose and who they are. And I know you split us up into three groups, which was really nice, being able to just be a little bit more intimate with each lady. And with the lady in my group, I love her dearly. She's just, I love all the ladies, okay? So let me just first say that in case they're all watching. Every single one of you I love. But this particular lady, we journeyed together on a Thursday evening in one of the sessions that we have. And I've just seen how she's transformed week after week after week, just building her confidence. And something significant happened in her and her husband's life this week. Unfortunately, he relapsed. And just the way she dealt with it was just phenomenal. And that's what this is all about. It's about being able to deal with those mountains that get thrown in front of us and being able to say, okay, I'm not going to freak out. Not going to run to the divorce courts. Like, I've got this, I know how to deal with this thing. And she was just a rock star, and she inspired so many other beautiful women this morning to say, I told my husband where I was at. I told him how I was feeling, but I still loved him and I was still supportive. I didn't take out the pan and whap him over his head and say, what, let me call 911 to get you out here. So the skills that she's been learning over these years, or not years, months, weeks, is that, what, things are going to happen, but it's how I react to them and how I respond to these things that happen that make the difference. Yeah, and she just did it brilliantly. Is she still heartsore? Yes. Is she still disappointed? Yes. Is she still worried? Yes. But you know what? The counter to that is that she has hope, that she dealt with it in a respectful and dignified manner, so she doesn't feel bad because, at the end of the day, we're only responsible for our behaviors to situations and to people. And yeah, so many ladies were inspired this morning just to say, wow, I'm just so proud of you, how you dealt with this and you inspired us to deal with it better. So don't know what happened in your group, Kenneth, but mine was definitely one of those memorable moments that I'll definitely, thank God for and inspire other ladies with.
Yeah, no, we had a phenomenal meeting as well. There was a new lady there, and she described her pit of pain to us, Tabitha. So yesterday, she was on the verge of committing suicide. She had the gun ready and everything was there, and she just reached out for help at that point in time, specifically because she felt that there may be other people who would understand. She said she's spoken to pastors on numerous occasions, and they all just told her it's okay, everybody goes through this stuff, not really understanding, not really connecting with her darkness. And they were just sort of brushing her pain aside, and we just didn't do anything in the session, Tabitha. We just connected with her pain and what it is that she's going through, and basically, yeah, it was just such a painful situation. She felt like she doesn't know who she is anymore. She just wants to be herself. She wants to live again. She feels like she's dead. She's died. It was so painful that she couldn't cry anymore. She said, I just want to be happy again. I want to be a good mom.
mm,
I don't want to feel the
mm,
pain anymore. I want healing. I want to be myself.
mm.
I don't know who I am anymore. I've got nothing to contribute. And the funny thing is, yeah, so she was just, in so much pain in that situation. And the funny thing is that we didn't do anything, Tabitha. I just said to the ladies, let's
Mm,
just step into her pain and see what her pit looks like. Let's see what this dark space looks like. I'm not scared to go into the darkness because I know the light's inside of me, and I'm not scared to step into her darkness, because I know where I've come from and that God has been able to pull me out of that specific situation. So that is basically what happened in our session this morning.
sure. And that's what it's all about, right? It's not about having the solution that do 1 to Z or 1 to 20 and you're going to feel better. It's about knowing that we're all going on a journey together. And that's what I just love. Like myself, I mean, there's been so many times in my own life where I've cried with these ladies about my own situations and about my own anxieties and worries, and it doesn't matter, where you are within this organization. It's about, like you always say, tell the damn truth, like where
Mm,
are you at? And it's true what you say, Kenneth. We've all been at places I know in my own life where, it was just like, is it worth it? Is this worth it? Am I going to get through this? But I think the great thing today for me is that if you are out there today and you're feeling like any of these things that Kenneth and I've spoken to, you could be on the one spectrum where Kenneth was with his group, where someone is just in so much pain and just so uncertainty. And then, like in my group, where someone has been there, but now she's walking in victory because she's applying tools and she's got the support structure and she's been heard. So wherever you are at today, I just want to encourage you to please reach out to Kenneth, reach out to Grace Online. What a phenomenal organization. Just a place where you can be raw and real and where you can come to be loved. So if that is you out there today, I just want to say, please reach out. You are not alone. Put the gun down. Put whatever you have down. There is hope and there is a solution out there. And I just want to encourage every person, wherever that is in your life, to reach out to someone today. May it be us, may it be another organization. There is so many people out there that are willing to walk that path with you. Just don't give up. That's what's on my
mm,
heart. And I think I shared that also in the taking away of our session today, Keita, that I just felt so strongly on my heart. Like, do not give up. Whatever
mm,
you do, do not give up. Even if it's just like getting out of bed today, brushing your teeth, you won. If it's getting out
mm,
of bed, brushing your teeth and putting clothes on, you won.
mm.
However that looks for you, just keep on moving forward.
Mm. I asked her this morning, and you touching on this because you're inviting people to reach out, put the gun down, take a step, get out of bed, brush your teeth, brush your hair. I don't have hair, but still I try and brush it with a wet cloth once a day. But anyway, so I asked her, what is it that blocks you? What is it that blocks you? So she said, what blocked
Mm,
me, what is it that blocks you from being the person you want to be? So she said, what blocked me was the shy feeling, the feeling of shame and shyness. En
sure.
wat ek voel omdat ek nooit met iemand gesels and because I've never spoken to anybody about what has happened. I feel shame and I feel shy. And she said, I'm very angry about everything that has happened. I'm very like soft-hearted, saggeaard, and I do too much for people. So basically, she said that what's blocking her is a feeling of aloneness, a shyness, and that there's nobody to talk to. And then one of the other ladies said, people don't understand how much it hurts when they say that, oh, don't worry, there's worse things that has happened to many people, or what you're going through is not
Sure.
as bad, or but each one of our pain, she said, ja, maar elkeen se pyn is belangrik en ons is opreg, ons is geregtig om te voel wat ons voel. And then this lady said in capital letters, I hear you, I understand you, and that what you're going through is valid, yeah. And we are here for you. And I think just those words can bring healing. So that is my
Sure.
sort of invitation to people, is to stop brushing what people are going down. We are all
Yes.
entitled to feel what we're feeling, to go through what we are
Mm,
going through. We are all entitled
mm,
to go through these things, and we should not be scared to face people's darkness and step into the darkness and sit there. Not just to sit there, not this. I mean, I had another guy, a pastor person that I've been speaking with a lot recently. He's like, yeah, the shared brokenness builds stronger bonds than shared beliefs. And he's like, is that the purpose of your organization? Just to sit in the pain with people? Is this it? You just want to connect with people's pain and sit there. And I was like, no, we're sitting in their pain because we want to bring them up to the peak of what they can be. We're allowing God's light to shine into the darkness when we connect with people on their pain levels. And this morning, where this lady said, I had the gun yesterday, and I was sick and I was about to end it all. I said to her, one of the most difficult things of my job is not to have this professional distance between me and you, but to put that aside and to step into your pain and to look around and to see how dark and gloomy and difficult and horrible it is in that situation, and to feel the pain. And I actually shared this morning that I've been through a suicide situation as well, twice in my life. And in that moment, the light entered into my darkness. So what should prevent me, as somebody who cares deeply about people, from stepping into that person's darkness and picking up a little bit of their weight? I think through doing this, we are fulfilling the law of Christ, which is bear one another's burdens. And that is exactly what I want to be about. I don't want to be on the peak with everybody. I want to be in their pits, in their darkness. And I want to take their hand, and I want to say, I can't help you. I don't have the skills to help you, but I can be there for you right now. I can feel what you're feeling. I can go, because I've been there as well. I know what this is like. And I don't know if you're going to come out okay. I don't know. I don't have answers for you, but I can pray for you, and I can trust God for you, and I can take your hand, and I can be there with you through that difficulty. And that is just everything that I want to be about. So I think we almost concluded there, and then I went off.
I just want to share one more thing that just you sparked something in me when you said that, and it's similar to that thing, when people lose other people and they say they've gone to a better place. When someone told me that when my dad died, I was furious. I was like, do you know what an incredible God this was? What do you mean he's in a better place? Like, this was the better place amongst people, changing people's lives. And that's like what you say, brushing off people's pain and sort of telling them, like, just move on, it will get better. But the only way to move on and get better is to deal with the root of that pain and find the solution. And that's what we encourage every single day within the organization, is deal with the root.
I'm trying very hard to interrupt you because I want this to be a dynamic conversation. I'm always very respectful. But you know what that is, Tabetha? That is fig leaves. That is what it is. It's called fig leaves. It's a mask. I can't see your pain. I don't have answers. I don't want to look with it. Moenie worry nie, jy's op 'n beter plek. Voel net bietjie beter, hoor. Voel net bietjie beter. Moenie huil nie, hou op huil. Jy weet. Anyway, that's exactly what it is. You're welcome to try.
And one last No, I will. I will. I don't have a problem talking. We established that very long ago in our relationship, so it's fine. But one thing I heard, and I share this with a lot of people, and I'd love to share this as our closing thing, if we can get there. I mean, we can speak another hour. Who cares, right? Is that when Peter was walking on the water towards Jesus, and then he thought he was going to drown. He was like, I'm going to drown. And Jesus was like, just give me your hand. Let me help you. And then someone said once, Peter most likely could swim before he could walk, because those years, if your dad was a fisherman, your dad took you off to the fishing boats. If your dad was a farmer, he took you off to the farming grounds, right? So the thing is, he was more than capable of saving himself. He wasn't going to drown. He was going to fall into the water, and he was going to immediately start swimming, right? And that's what shame and pain does to our lives. It allows us, or the devil uses that to separate us from the ability that God has given us, the skills to get through these difficult situations in our lives. And when he does that, it clouds us and it makes us feel overwhelmed, and we cannot have perspective, right? And that's what was happening in this lady's life. She is beautiful. She has got dreams. She is capable, but her shame and her loneliness and her shyness separated her from all of these things that she knows she's capable of doing. And that's what the enemy does in our lives. He makes us feel confused and overwhelmed that we do not know we can swim and we can get through this, So I just want to encourage every person out there today that if you're feeling like this lady did, just reach your hand out. That's what she did this morning, Kenneth. And I saw the relief on her face when she was giving feedback, just to say, I felt heard today. That's powerful. I felt heard today. That's what it's about. We all just want to feel heard. We all want to be seen. And that's what it comes down to.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So join Grace Salon if you want to feel heard, if you want to be seen. You have a
Mm.
voice, your voice matters. We want to hear you out. We want to expose you to love and connectedness into this transformative, amazing organization that is just getting started. We're releasing a rage tool today that will help people to deal with the
Mm.
massive amounts of anger. So please do reach out and we will connect with you at a later stage then. Thanks, Tabetha, for taking the time. I hope you have a fantastic day and a wonderful week. And to all our viewers, have a nice day, guys. See you soon, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, over and out. See you later. Cheers.
Bye, guys.